G'day guys, Rob Skeen here. Today I wanted to share with you 6 strategies on how to buy positively geared properties in New South Wales. Don't believe it? I know, hard to believe, right? Especially with yields being 2 to 3%. But don't worry, I'm going to give it to you. This is how we go about it. 6 strategies. Okay, number 1, buying commercial property. So buying commercial property under market value and adding a bit of value to it by perhaps repainting, reflooring, adding some quality fixtures into the property to help increase the rent. And we really love commercial properties because you can get lock in a long-term tenant, whether it's 1, 3 or 5 year period, and most times with an option after that. So great for positively geared property. The only negative obviously with commercial is that you do sometimes have longer vacancy rates with them. Okay, number 2, I've got buying in rural New South Wales areas. Now we like that because they're fairly inexpensive and the yields are usually higher, but there are a few things that we'd like to underpin our investment strategy there. So making sure that the population of the town is more than 10,000 people, looking at what sort of industries are available in the town, and maybe having a diverse set of industries, not just one. Looking at the infrastructure that's available there too. So, is there a university? Is there a police academy? Things of the like. They're all important. The other thing, when you're buying a property there, obviously the usual things, being close to the CBD or close to amenities, but also looking at the property as what other USP does it offer? So, is the land subdividable? Is the zoning for multi-use dwellings? It might already have a duplex on there, or it might already have 3 villas on it. So things like that really underpin your decision and makes it easier to sell in the future, or give you options in the future to perhaps develop if you wish to do so. Okay, number 3, we're looking at display homes in new growth suburbs. So as Sydney continues to grow, there's builders and developers building their display home, and they love to sell that early, first in the straight off the bat to a purchaser. The purchaser then leases it back to the developer for 1, 2 or maybe 3 years, depending on how long they're going to be there. The developer will base themselves in the property, set up an office in there to sell all their other house and land packages. Now the good thing about these display homes, obviously we've got the 3-year tenant there in place. They'll pay a little bit more for it, but also too they've spent a lot more time in building that particular home, so it's quality. And secondly, they'll put in a lot better fixtures and inclusions in the home, so that's a very good strategy. Okay, so number 4, we've got buying in coastal towns, or even if it's in Sydney, somewhere close to popular locations like Manly. But even if you're buying coastal towns, Central Coast, South Coast, wherever, one strategy we like there is buying a home and Airbnb-ing it. We're finding that a lot of our clients, if they're close to the beach, close to the amenities there, the Airbnb is actually at the end of the year coming out as a positively geared property. Unbelievable. People holidaying, people going down there for adventure sports, kayaking, cycling. They might be there on business. They don't want to stay in a hotel, they'd rather stay in a home. So they've become quite a good cash flow source for us, buying and Airbnb properties in those areas. That's a very good one. Number 6, our last one, is car parks. We like buying car parks as well. Once again, very, very inexpensive and easy to maintain. Paint the lines every so often. And car parks, they're usually for sale, or areas that we would recommend would be near airports, suburbs like Potts Point, where there's lots of Art Deco apartments and not much parking that were built back in those days. Heavy developed areas like Bondi Beach, where there's not much parking around there. Those sort of things are quite valuable. People will pay more. As I said, they're inexpensive as opposed to buying an actual property, and they're easy to maintain. There you go, folks. Now, if you need any help in finding these sorts of properties and sourcing these for you and negotiating good deals, please give us a call at Oasis Skeen. Other than that, bye for now.